You know, we toss around the word democracy all the time, don't we? It's on our news and our conversations, often just taken for granted.
Hmm.
But what if I told you there's a fascinating, complex story behind that single word? A story that's far richer and, well, more nuanced than just people voting.
Absolutely.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into exactly that, the true meaning of democracy. And to guide us, you shared a truly insightful stack of questions and answers. It's like a treasure map, really, to understanding what makes a government truly of the people.
It's excellent material.
So let's embark on this journey. When we say democracy, what beyond the ballot box are we really talking about?
That's the perfect question to start with. Our mission today, drawing from the excellent material you provided, is to peel back those layers. We're moving past the simple definitions to uncover the subtle features, the surprising challenges, and the profound, sometimes unseen, advantages that democratic governance brings. We'll explore this through intriguing real-world examples, almost like unfolding chapters in a gripping story, to really illuminate these concepts for you.
Right. So often, the conversation begins with that most basic idea, a government where the rulers are elected by the people. Sounds straightforward enough, doesn't it?
It does, on the surface.
But in diving into our sources, what did you find about this definition? Is it truly sufficient?
Well, this is where the story gets interesting, because our deep dive quickly revealed a crucial flaw. If we clung solely to that simple definition, you could easily label almost any government that holds some form of election as a democracy.
Ah, okay.
And-
Even if it's just for show.
Exactly. Even those that are merely putting on a show, pretending to be democratic, and as the sources clearly show, that's a far cry from what genuine democracy is meant to be. It's about authentic power resting with the people.
Which means the act of voting by itself isn't the whole picture. Our sources highlight a first, absolutely crucial feature, one that gets to the heart of where power truly resides. What is that exactly?
It's about where the buck stops, isn't it? The first crucial feature is this. The final decision-making power must rest with those elected by the people.
Right, final power.
This is where the simple definition falls dramatically short. Take the case of Pakistan under General Pervez Musharraf, for instance. He held a referendum, essentially a direct vote, by the entire electorate on a particular proposal, and even allowed elections to take place. From a distance, it might have looked like popular rule.
And what did our sources reveal was truly happening beneath that surface? Why wasn't Pakistan considered a true democracy then?
This is a classic example of the illusion of choice, really. While General Musharraf orchestrated referendums and some elections, the true power, the final authority over decisions, remained firmly with him and other unelected military officers. It did not, crucially, lie with the elected representatives that the people had supposedly chosen. So even with ballots cast, the real levers of power were elsewhere, hidden from direct public control. It starkly demonstrates that elections alone are not enough if the power behind the throne is unelected.
It's like building a beautiful house, but the foundation is missing. So if the Musharraf example showed elections without real power, what's the next critical layer our sources uncover about genuine democratic elections? It can't just be about the existence of a ballot box, can it?
Not at all, no. This leads us to the second, equally vital feature of democracy. Elections must be free and fair, offer a real choice between political alternatives, and allow people to remove existing rulers.
Free, fair, and real choice.
Yes, this raises the bar significantly. It's not just the act of voting, it's the quality and meaningfulness of that choice. It's about the contest being truly open.
You've highlighted the need for real choice. How do our sources then analyze countries like China, where elections occur, but the political landscape is quite different?
This is where that second feature becomes absolutely critical, and it tells a very different story. In China, while elections do take place, the candidates themselves must first receive the approval of the Chinese Communist Party.
Ah, okay, so pre-approved candidates.
Pretty much. And the government, without exception, is always formed by this single party. This means that while people cast ballots, they simply don't have a real meaningful choice between genuinely different political alternatives, nor can they effectively remove the ruling power structure through their vote.
Right.
It's a constrained choice, which doesn't meet the democratic ideal.
That's a powerful distinction. And our sources offer another intriguing historical example. Mexico, specifically up until the year 2000, is fascinating because Mexico was never under military rule or a dictator, yet its elections were problematic. What was happening there that challenged the very idea of free and fair elections?
This reveals a more subtle yet equally damaging form of subverting democratic choice. In Mexico, for many decades, the dominant political force, the PRI, that's the Institutional Revolutionary Party.
It's a PRI, right?
Yeah. They systematically employed numerous dirty tricks to ensure their victory in elections. While other parties existed and people technically voted, the playing field was anything but level.
So not fair, essentially.
Not fair at all. The system was essentially rigged, meaning voters lacked a genuine opportunity to defeat the ruling party in a truly fair contest. It illustrates that even without outright bans, unfair practices and manipulation can utterly undermine the spirit of free and fair choice.
So it's not just about the rules on paper, but how those rules are applied to ensure genuine choice and a truly level playing field. This brings us to another fundamental aspect, the principle of equality.
Indeed. The third feature our sources highlight, rooted deeply in the idea of political equality, is beautifully simple. In a democracy, each adult citizen must have one vote, and each vote must have one value.
One person, one vote, one value.
Exactly. On the surface, it seems like such a cornerstone of fairness, doesn't it? One person, one say.
It does seem fundamental, but our sources point to stark examples where this principle was, in fact, violated, even in modern times.
Absolutely. Consider Saudi Arabia, for instance, where women were not allowed to vote until as recently as 2015.
Right, 2015, not that long ago.
Not at all. Their voices, or rather the lack of an equal right to exercise them, clearly did not carry the same value as men's. Or, if we look to Fiji, our sources describe a system where the votes of indigenous Fijians were deliberately given more weight, more value than those of other citizens.
So weighted voting.
Essentially, yes. These instances are potent reminders that while the principle of one person, one vote, one value sounds universal, its application is a constant struggle, and equality in practice is not always guaranteed.
Okay, and that brings us to the fourth feature.
Yes, and this leads us to the fourth and final crucial feature our sources emphasize. A democratic government rules within limits set by constitutional law and citizens' rights. This is all about the crucial boundaries of power, ensuring no government, however popular, can become absolute.
This raises a powerful, almost unsettling question. Can a popular government still be undemocratic? Our sources use the compelling example of Zimbabwe under Robert Mugabe, a leader who initially held significant public support.
Zimbabwe, under Robert Mugabe, serves as a powerful cautionary tale, truly bringing this feature to life. Mugabe's government, though initially popular and repeatedly elected, ultimately became profoundly undemocratic.
How so?
He systematically eroded the limits set by constitutional law and brazenly disregarded citizens' fundamental rights. Over time, his administration suppressed political opposition, manipulated the Constitution, and ignored human rights.
So popularity isn't the only measure.
Not at all. This demonstrates that even if a leader wins elections and initially enjoys public backing, a government loses its democratic legitimacy if it fails to operate within the established bounds of law and respect the inherent rights of its people. It's a reminder that power, even when democratically granted, must always be constrained.
Right. So we've carefully distinguished what democracy is and isn't, outlining its core features. But beyond these essential rules and definitions, why should we as citizens truly care? What are the practical, tangible advantages for you, for society as a whole, that make this system worth striving for?
This is where the profound strength and inherent wisdom of democracy truly begin to shine through. Our sources reveal several undeniable advantages. First, and critically, democracies are simply better at responding to the needs of the people and are more accountable.
More responsive, more accountable.
Yes, it's a direct line between the governed and the government.
That's a significant claim, one that has real-world consequences. Our sources present a deeply illuminating case study here. A comparison between India and China during a period of severe food scarcity from 1958 to 1961. This sounds like a pivotal moment to examine.
It is indeed a stark and tragic comparison. During that period, China experienced one of the most devastating famines in world history, leading to the deaths of millions.
Millions. Terrible.
Terrible. India, facing similar levels of food scarcity, did not experience a famine of that catastrophic scale. What was the critical difference?
What was it?
India, with its democratic government, faced intense public pressure, sharp criticism from its opposition parties, and scrutiny from a free press. This compelled the government to respond quickly and effectively, averting a widespread famine.
Because they had to listen.
Exactly. In stark contrast, China's non-democratic government, lacking such public pressure and accountability, responded much slower and less effectively, with tragic consequences. It powerfully illustrates how democratic responsiveness can literally save lives on a massive scale.
Wow. Okay, what else?
Secondly, democracy inherently improves the quality of decision-making by being based on consultation and discussion involving many people, which reduces the chances of rash or irresponsible decisions.
Consultation and discussion. So less likely to make huge mistakes.
Precisely. The real genius here, according to our sources, is that democracy isn't just about better decisions, but safer ones. By forcing open consultation and debate, it creates a built-in error-checking system that autocracies simply lack, protecting societies from the unpredictable whims of a single leader or a small, unchecked group.
Makes sense. Now, for diverse societies, like India itself, with so many different languages, cultures, and voices, what unique role does democracy play in holding everything together? It seems like it would be a huge challenge.
That's a crucial point. If we connect this to the bigger picture, democracy provides the only truly peaceful solution for navigating the inevitable differences and conflicts within diverse societies.
The only peaceful solution.
Well, the most effective peaceful one, certainly. In a nation with multiple groups, perspectives, and interests, disagreements are not just likely, they're guaranteed. Democracy creates mechanisms for negotiation, compromise, and mutual understanding, allowing different groups to live together without permanent winners or losers. It's the ultimate framework for managing diversity without resorting to coercion.
Right, managing differences. What else?
And there's more. Democracy profoundly enhances the dignity of citizens by being based on the principle of political equality, where every adult citizen has the same status and an equal right to vote.
Enhancing dignity. How so?
It's a powerful affirmation that your voice, your perspective, and your very existence matter as much as anyone else's, regardless of background or status. It's fundamental respect.
Okay.
Finally, one of its most remarkable advantages, one that truly speaks to its resilience, is democracy's ability to correct its own mistakes.
Ah, the self-correction point.
Exactly. Unlike rigid, non-democratic systems, there is inherent space for open public discussion when errors occur, and crucially, room for correction, either by changing specific decisions or, most powerfully, by changing the rulers themselves through the next election cycle. It's a self-healing system.
That's a powerful self-correcting mechanism, almost like a living organism adapting. Our sources also take us beyond the realm of governmental structures, suggesting that democracy isn't just about governments at all. It's a broader way of life, isn't it?
Absolutely. The principles of democracy, our sources explain, can truly be applied to any sphere of life, such as a family or a classroom.
Family, classroom, really.
Yes. It involves consultation and consent from all those who will be affected by a decision. It's about how we choose to make decisions together, big or small, valuing everyone's input.
Interesting.
The sources even paint an ideal standard, a true north for democracy. True democracy will come only when no one goes hungry to bed and every citizen has equal information, basic education, and resources. It's a much grander, more holistic vision than simply casting a vote.
That's very high ideal.
It is. And what's truly fascinating here is the recognition that no country, not a single one, is a perfect democracy. Achieving these lofty ideals requires a constant conscious effort to save and strengthen democratic forms of decision-making, depending mainly on what citizens do.
So it depends on us.
Absolutely. This active engagement is a key distinction from other forms of government. Democracy thrives on active political participation by all citizens, whereas most non-democratic governments would prefer their citizens to remain largely disengaged from politics.
So it's not a fixed destination we arrive at, but a continuous journey, one that you, the listener, are an indispensable part of. This deep dive has shown us that democracy is a dynamic, intricate system built upon specific non-negotiable features. It offers immense advantages, from accountability to the dignity it affords each citizen, but it equally demands constant vigilance and active participation. It's so much more than just a vote. It's a profound way of life that cherishes equality, choice, and individual dignity.
And to reinforce that vital point, the enduring strength of democracy doesn't solely reside in its impressive institutions or its carefully crafted laws. Its true power, its true resilience lies in its citizens' continuous engagement, their critical thinking, and their unwavering commitment to its core ideals. It is, quite literally, a system that lives and breathes through its people.
That's such a powerful thought. So, if democracy truly begins in our homes, in our classrooms, and in our communities, What small democratic step can you take today to strengthen its spirit right where you are? Something to ponder as you reflect on this deep dive.